form, we're going to cover vertex form, and then tomorrow we're going to learn how to convert it to all the different ways. Exciting stuff, huh? Alright, so on A, the first thing you had to do was take your parts and set them equal to 0. Do we agree or disagree so far?
Agree.
I agree.
Alright, and would I get negative 3 for my x here?
No, you'll get positive.
Positive 3. It's always the opposite. Always the opposite. So what would the opposite of positive 4 be? Negative 4. Alright, so that gives me what? What does this tell me? What does it give me? What are these? They're roots. And what, take a point, what are roots?
Root 0.
Past the x-axis, they're zeros. Awesome. And these are also called solutions. These are solutions. So please make sure you have this in your notes that these are solutions. So if ever I ask you to solve by graphing, this is what I mean. I want you to find the roots. These are the answers, okay? And you're going to have a quiz tomorrow, just to let you know now, that's going to ask you to solve by graphing, and you solve it by finding the roots. Alright, step 2, we need our axis of symmetry. So I would do 3 plus negative 4 divided by 2, and that would give me negative 1 divided by 2, which is negative 1/2. Yes or no so far? I don't know what words you're muttering. Same thing. Also, it's alarming me a little bit, and it's not just with this class, that you guys don't know that 1/2 and 0.5 are the same thing. Well, not all of us, and it's a little scary. So what's 0.75 in fraction form? 0.75 is 3/4. It's 3/4, so it's 3/4. What is 0.25 in fraction form? What is 0.3 in fraction form? What is 0.6666666 in fraction form? Okay, hallelujah, we know something. Ooh, scare me a little bit. Alright, then for step 3, what did we have to do for step 3? Because I feel like this is where we got a little bit tripped up. We have to plug in. Now, looking at your papers, when you brought it up here for me to check, I noticed that some of you left this 2 off. It has to say as part of the problem. Not everybody did, which I was, glad, but some of us did, and that's okay because we're still learning. I'm going to work the rest of this out on my graph paper. Alright, so then you would get y equals 2 times negative 1/2 minus 3 is negative 3 1/2. 1/2 plus 4 is, what, 4 1/2? So then you multiply those together. What's negative 3 1/2 times 4 1/2? Negative 12 point what? 25? 0.5 times 0.5 is... 5 times 5 is what? So if you have a decimal, it's just 0.25, guys. I'm not like asking you to cure cancer here. We're just multiplying. Alright, and 2 times negative 12.25 is negative 24 point what? 0.5? Negative 24 1/2? Okay, so first we need to plot these. We need to draw this, and then this is our vertex. So you had to graph, and I also wrote in the instructions, graph each quadratic. So I don't know why we're confused on why I'm graphing. That's what we're learning how to do, tater tots. No big deal. No judgment. All God's children. A little judgment. Alright, negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 8, negative 10, negative 12, negative 14, negative 16, negative 18, negative 20, negative 22, negative 24, negative 26. Okay. Alright, what were my roots that we found?
Positive 3, negative 4.
Positive 3, negative 4. Alright, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, what was my axis of symmetry? Negative 1/2. So, negative 1/2 is halfway in between 0 and negative 1. Like that. And my vertex is at negative 1/2, negative 24.5. So I'm going to go down to negative 22, negative 24, a little bit. And then I connect. Did anybody get all of it right with the graph and everything? One person. Man. You guys are turning into 6 period.
Me. I got it right.
You didn't do your homework. That's not how it works. You were a lie. You're a liar with your pants on fire. Then why did you tell me you didn't do your homework?
Does it matter if it goes out like 2 months?
Say it to me again.
Does it matter if it goes out to
What do you mean?
like the graph report? Like if this was over here and that was over
Yes.
here.
Yes, because this is positive 3. This is negative 4, so it can't be swapped. Does anybody need to correct their homework? Or finish their homework? Okay, do I need to give you a minute? Can we hurry? Did anybody get the math part right on the first part? Yay, that's exciting. There's more than one way to skin a cat, so that's fine. What did you do? Maybe I should change that saying.
Well, I just used the one app.
Okay. Yeah, so that does the same thing. Awesome. So maybe I should say there's more than one way to peel a potato? Would that be better? Okay, then skinning cats, we don't want to do that. Ah, Blair. Alright, I'm going to go and work out B while y'all fix A, because I just can't. We can't take forever. Alright, did y'all get negative 5 and 7?
Yes.
Okay, then for your axis of symmetry, you get negative 5 plus 7 divided by 2. That gives you 2 divided by 2, which gives you 1.
Yes.
Okay, so then when you plug it in for 3, you have y equals, don't forget that negative, that's very important. And you're not the only one. I saw that on a couple of people's paper. This is part of the problem. It's a negative 1 right there. So if it helps you write a negative 1, write a negative 1. Positive 36. Did anybody get positive 36?
I got
Hey, a
the
couple of
rest
us.
it right. I just didn't get 36.
You added yours together instead of multiplying. Did you get negative 36 because you didn't have that negative right there? Okay, that's very important. Is this going to be a taco or a snow cone? A snow cone because of that negative. So then, oh my graph, oh my graph, oh my graph, oh my graph. Alright, what are my zeros? Negative 5 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what is my axis of symmetry? 1? Where are you going?
Going this way.
Okay. So why did you have to stand beside me? Really awkwardly. I'm not your best friend. I'm not any of your best friends.
Why can't we be friends?
Stop.
I was thinking the same thing.
Alright, so then my vertex is 36. So it's going to look like this. Sit down and copy down your homework. Yes or maybe? Austin, does that help some from your questions from yesterday? Other than the fact that you looked at the wrong homework problems.
Ow.
Because he wasn't here the day before,
Ow.
and he copied them down and he didn't do those, and... Did you? Are you lying? Because you know that's 5 for lying. Okay, just making sure you're not lying to me. I still see you. Okay, does anybody have any question on intercept form before we go any further? Do we need to do one more together?
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
On the graph? So we need to do one more?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do one more. We'll call this C. Una más, and let's do it together. Let's hustle. Alright, so let's say that f of x equals, let's put a negative number out there. Negative 3 times x minus 2 times x minus 6. Alright, this is our quadratic that we're going to graph. Now, it's still a quadratic even though it doesn't have x squared because it's in intercept form. We have two x's. Does everybody understand? With two x's, that makes it a quadratic. If it had one x, it would be linear. Are we ready to write?
Yes.
No? Okay. They're slacking, is that what you said? Tell them to hustle.
What'd you say, Josh?
He's just talking crap. Ignore him.
I'm going to say something new. Say it.
Stop it.
Say it.
Josh! Stop being so annoying. Alright, what is step 1?
X minus 2 equals 0.
So we find our solutions, right? Remember, these are solutions to the quadratic. So if I ask you to find the solutions, this is how you do it. Alright, so then we have x equals 2, x equals 6. Do we agree or disagree? Hey, I wouldn't put your book back under there in case it starts leaking. I'm just trying to save you. Alright, what is step 2? What do I do next? Axis of symmetry, and how do we get that this time? Yay! Alright, what's 2 plus 6? What's 8 divided by 2? Oh my gosh, it's like we've learned something. Everybody take a point if you answered that. I'm so proud. Alright, who can tell me step 3?
The 4.
We plug in 4. And what are we plugging in 4 to find, y'all? The vertex. We're trying to find the y value of the vertex. Take a point. Alright, now, do I need to drop this negative 3 or keep it? Keep it. Do you think this is going to be a taco or a snow cone? Snow cone, why? Take a, oh my god, I'm so proud. Alright, what's for, now, y'all better do this well on the test. Does everybody understand? Alright, what is 4 minus 2? What's 4 minus 6? Why are you saying it as a question? Alright, now let's multiply. Negative 3 times 2 is? Negative 6 times negative 2 is? Positive 12. Look at us go. It's like we've learned something this year. Even if it's now, okay, do we have to graph? Yes, that is the whole point of what we're doing. Learning how to graph these. Sweet potatoes. What are you muttering over there? Not you. I'm talking about mumbler. And no, I'm not throwing shade. I'm not a cloud or an awning. Or a tree. What is an awning? It's like an overhang outside a building that you can walk under to not get wet.
Oh, I know.
Learn something new every day. They do? Okay, so I need to plot my zeros. What?
She knew that, Josh.
The things we talk about. What are my zeros?
2 and 6.
And those are solutions. So what is the solution to this equation? Yes, and you have to have 2. Well, you don't have to have 2, but you can have 2 because it's quadratic. All right, what's my axis of symmetry? My axis of symmetry is at 4, and my vertex is at 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yay! Hey, you want to take my phone?
Or $2.
Put some money, we want breakfast, and we want to help people. Not just the food.
When you said that yesterday, I was like, yo, all she care about the breakfast.
No, I do want to help kids. I said that to Miriam that I wanted to help kids, didn't I? Are you on your phone? You are. Put it in your bag. Thank you. Alright, did we do it right?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Probably not.
Does anybody have any questions before we go any further? Are you sure? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Are you listening when I tell you? Baby, plot these points. Plot these points. Plot these points. So go right, look, I'm telling you. You go right 2, then you go right 6, okay? I put those dots. Then I draw my axis of symmetry, which is 4. So I draw a dotted line at 4. Okay? Then I have to plot my vertex. So I go, put it on my grade book, please. Our vertex is 12. It's at 4, 12. So you go right to 4 because it's always on the axis of symmetry, and you go up 12. Then you just connect your dots. So you're just plotting what we have here. You are taking these points and putting them here. You are taking this and drawing a line, and then you're connecting. Every time. If it's a number like 30, you can count by 2s or 3s. We're not afraid of big numbers. Alright, the last form, which is also on our other foldable, and we're going back to that tomorrow, so you'll still need that. The last form is called vertex form. So what do you think you are given when we are looking at vertex form? Oh my gosh. Take a point.
Take 11.
I can take 25.
Hey, no. Queen gives the points, not peons.
I may be a pawn, but you can tell me that. I might be.
Alright, that's not, clearly none of you know what that word means. Okay, so, this is vertex form. A times x minus h quantity squared plus k. And I know it looks funky, but it's going to be able to give us all our information. And they're really great. Oh my gosh. Every day, Curtis. Why are you so annoying? Yes. Then you stapled it wrong. Open the next flap, honey. Yes. What does it say at the top?
Following directions is hard, isn't it? But I did it on my own. Following directions is hard, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Hold on.
My God. Maybe not be so loud about it. Yes.
I do not watch your videos if they weren't like.
I need like a
I watch his dad's videos. Like
If something
it's a
really
hat.
funny,
I watch him to hear him.
I don't
something really funny that day, I'll go
I don't need a
Alright, so now, the rules of opening up and being a taco, and opening down and being a snow... Opening up and being a taco, and opening down and being a snow cone still apply. So if A is greater than 0, it's a taco. Does everybody understand? Yes. No. Alright, so now your vertex is always, yes. So your vertex is always, always, always H, comma, K. That gives you your vertex. Now, H is also our axis of symmetry. So, you take the opposite of whatever is in parentheses and this, opposite of whatever is in parentheses and this number right here. So what is the opposite of positive 2?
-2.
Okay, so our vertex is at -2, comma, what is this number out here?
5.
-5. Isn't it magic?
No.
Our axis of symmetry is what? What is H here?
5.
-2.
Oh. I was looking at K, my bad.
That's okay. It is, always.
This one isn't even hard.
No.
You don't have to do any math.
I'm going to show you. Watch. Is everybody ready? First, I want us to put our axis of symmetry. So I want you to go left 2 and put a dotted line. Has everybody gone left 2 and put a dotted line? Well, those of us that are paying attention. All right, and then our vertex is at -2, -5. So I want you to go left 2, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we need more points, right, to graph it. But with a quadratic, you can do this great trick. As long as a equals 1, and I'll show you how to do it when it's not. As long as a equals 1, all you have to do is go up 1, right 1. And then back at the vertex, you go up 1, 2, 3, 4, right 2. Then back at the vertex, you go. Do I need to pause for a second? Okay. So I went up 1, right 1. And then I went up 4, right 2. And then, for the last one, I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right 3. That's what I'm about to explain. And now flip it over here. So up 1, left 1. Up 4, left 2. Up 9, left 3. Now let's talk about why.
Is that fair?
Yes.
We have Gabby Buchanan to check out, please.
Yes.
Gabby, why would you?
Maybe worry about you. Hey. Okay, so we went up 1, right 1. We went up 4, right 2. And then we went up how many? 9. And right how many? What are these numbers, 1, 4, and 9?
They're whole numbers.
What are they?
Solutions. Vertex. 0. Coordinates.
Just, it has nothing to do with the parabola. What are 1, 4, and 9?
Numbers. Prime number. No, they're not.
1, 4, 9.
What are 1, 4, 9?
They are odd numbers.
Or is it even
Or
numbers?
do you investigate it?
They're numbers.
Oh wait, no, that's 6, 7. Rational numbers. Coordinates.
I said.
Oh, they're
Perfect.
Perfect squares!
Yeah, that's the word.
It's a constant. You did not.
I said like.
You whisper over there.
I studied them.
They are perfect squares. So you go up by perfect squares. What is 1, 2, and 3?
3, 4, 9.
But what else are they? In relation to this, what are they? What's the square root of 1?
1,
What's the square root of 4?
2,
What's the square root of 9?
3,
What's the square root of 16?
8.
4.
What's the square root of 25?
5.
What's the square root of 36?
2.
What's the square root of 49?
11.
There's square roots. Use your perfect squares, and you do it every time. So it's a positive. You go up 1, right 1, up 4, right 2, up 9, right 3, and then flip it. All you do is use your perfect squares. So let's write that. Use your perfect squares. Use perfect squares to get next points.
do that every time.
Every time.
Unless it's A.
And if there's a number out front, you just multiply it by that number. That's it. We're going to do another one. Okay. Are we ready? Okay. Y'all don't think that's amazing?
Oh my god.
Like, that's awesome that you can use that.
Revolutionary. Oh my god.
Science.
Like the non.
Because it's the next perfect square. You use your perfect squares. 1, 4, and 9 are perfect squares. So you use those to get up to the next point. That's your rise. Your run is the square root. Alright, let's do the next one together. Oh my gosh, Curtis. Like sweet potatoes. I've been writing other stuff. What you doing?
I have to write it.
No, it's not.
It sounds great.
Pardon? Am I cheese? No, I'm not there.
She's a black kid. Oh.
What?
So we'll always
How do you get from -2 out there?
It's the opposite of this.
The difference stays the same?
Always. Okay, Curtis, are you... Okay, so let's review what we did while we're waiting. Remember, to get your vertex... We're reviewing. To get your vertex, it's the opposite of whatever's inside parentheses and this number. So it's -2, -5. Our axis of symmetry is the opposite of this number or our x value right here. And then we used our perfect squares. Now, for the next one. What is our vertex? Wait. A is negative. A is less than 0. So is it going to be a taco or a snow cone? Snow cone. Take a point if you said snow cone. Okay, you still do the same thing, so don't freak out. Our vertex is the opposite of what's in here and this number. So what's the opposite of positive 2?
2.
-2. And what is K? 3. Does everybody see where we got those numbers from? Are you sure?
Yes.
Does anybody not see?
Yeah.
You don't see? Right, I said, does anybody not see? And you said yes. So okay. Comes from this. It's the opposite of what's ever in parentheses and this number. Okay? Now, our axis of symmetry is our x value.
2.
-2. Is everybody ready? Are we sure? Okay. Now, let's graph our axis of symmetry. Go left 2 and put a vertical line. Alright, what is our vertex at?
-2 from the
So go left 2, up 1, 2, 3. Alright, what is our first perfect square? 1. And remember, it's negative, so are we going to go up or are we going to go down?
Down.
Down. We're going to go down 1, and what's the square root of 1?
1.
Right 1. Is everybody with me? Are we sure? We just used our perfect squares. What's our next perfect square? What's our next perfect square? 4. So we go down 1, 2, 3, 4, right 2, because the square root of 4 is 2. Is everybody with me? Is anybody not with me? Okay. What's our next perfect square? Always go back to your vertex. What's our 9? So go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and write how many? 3. And then do the same thing on the other side. Just reflect. And we're done. Okay, do you want to try one on your own before we do homework?
Sure.
And that way you can ask questions if you have it. I think that would be best. Okay, are we ready? Yeah, I like vertex form. I'm gonna have I have a handout to give you as well on vertex form. Oh my gosh, Curtis. No. Yes.
So what are you doing?
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
You know we got the square root of 149.
Yes.
So we always have to go down, right? Or is it negative?
If it's negative, you go down. If it's positive, you go up. Are we ready?
On the quiz, right?
Pardon?
Does that have to be on the quiz?
Yes.
Oh, that's what it means?
Yes. Okay.
I'm done.
Alright, so I'm going to write this on the back of my homework that I did from last night. I'm going to call this example 7. Vertex form. Alright, I want you to graph y equals x minus 4 quantity squared plus 2. Graph that right now without me. Okay, go.
Alright, it is close. Alright, so with this, you gotta get your vertex and.
Up if it's positive, and whatever's outside the parentheses is positive,
Hold on.
and if it's negative. So we went down
One,
because that's
two,
negative.
because you take the opposite, bruh.
Alright, did everybody get 4, 2 as their vertex?
Yes.
Did you get 4 as your axis of symmetry?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Say it to me again. Because you take the opposite of what's in parentheses. So since it was negative 4 parentheses, you take the opposite of the positive.
Why not be negative 2?
It's like the same thing as that number. So it's the opposite inside the parentheses, opposite inside the house, same thing on the outside.
So you're going to take the opposite.
No.
Oh, it's just not. I missed that thing.
And then you just reflect. Miss Ezra, your boy did it wrong again.
Sweet potatoes. Do it in a different color and go up.
I keep having brain farts.
It goes up, guys, because it's positive.
Your boy messed up.
Why did you tell me this?
'Cause I forgot.
That's nice. Well, you might go with my favorite. That'd be great. Okay, so you have that.
Alright, so this paper that I just gave you while we're waiting on him to finish, it gives you tips on how to graph in standard form versus vertex form. I've outlined all the different parts of it. Please make sure you look over it. And I'm going to give you your homework for tonight. I'm going to write it up here on the board while he's doing that. You have 2 problems for homework.
Yay.
3 problems. The third problem is a challenge problem.
Is it because I said yes?
No, because I wanted to make a third problem a challenge problem.
It's because you said yay, Joshua.
Because I made it a challenge problem?
No, because you take all our emotions.
Is it because you're white? Is that what you just said?
All
to me?
the white.
Yes, that's what it is. As you guys know, I'm an incredibly racist person.
She's never racist.
I believe it.
She's never
That
teacher.
guy said you're racist.
I hate white people.
I know you don't.
Ta-da!
Very true.
They're always talking, like, even like,
I'm going to write down the homework on here so that people who are absent can see it.
So with that, not different. What's my the square?
Yes. The bell rings in 1 minute, so please clean up your station. Don't leave crap out. Put markers and stuff where they belong. Next time you leave stuff out, I'm taking off all your points. Get it together. I'm not your mama. Adios, hasta mañana. Have a good day. I need to figure out how to say that in Spanish.